It's special. Y'all ready to start this show? With some real talented motherfuckers? With some real talented motherfuckers, make some noise. Alright, I'm gonna bring up a poet that's gonna do way better than me. He's like Tranks. He be doing poems everywhere. Okay, this motherfucker got books and shit. Be teaching the babies, you feel me? He all smart. I want y'all to make some noise right now for Trace Depass. Woo!
What's goody? Woo! Word. Hey, I'm Trace. I have a book. It's called Self-Portrait as the Space Between Us. I'll be going in and out of like performing things and like more pagey things, you know? That's the vibe I'm feeling today. I also like play drums and beatbox, so you're gonna hear some of that. Word. So, bet. You know, I'm gonna work with it. I'm gonna work with it. All right. Actually, I'll start more tender than what I was gonna do. I have a poem that's for my friend, and it's called Requiem for the Boy, telling of the time his body was not his. Requiem for the boy, telling of the time his body was not his. Who asks me, what does this make me? But only asks me, should I have regrets? 'Cause I don't. Who hears the sweet siren of train track that I know all too well? There's no shame in those days where God does not act, surely exists. And you ain't less than the boy you were before then, and neither of you died then. You know you can still hold breath, hold your nose, close your mouth, and hear the sound of a knuckle cracking, so you are still here. And with a dap before the goodbye that he is far too comfortable with saying, I try to make him feel as though we are too young to be unmade here. And I say, I'm glad you're here, man. And I love you, bro. And hit me up when you get to your crib. And when he does get there, my phone rings. Thank you. I've been working on some songs recently. Some sing-songy shit. Which I really do. But I've been playing drums and it's been inspiring me to do other shit. So yeah, and new love too. It's just been inspiring me to do more shit. So yeah, a song that I've been working on. Okay. Don't think I wanna die today. Too many niggas on my mind. Too often they go and be men till the sun rays gone. Turn up dead. And they coffin, many niggas on my mind today. All my mothers dug for meaning, up and turn up dead. And they coffin, they aim for fire, they don't mean it. All my mother dug up meaning, they want to be men to the sun rays. They aim for fire, they don't mean it. They don't want to die today. Too many niggas on my mind, too often. I never get any flowers, and okay, I buy a painting of us, pinned to a wall in rooms too torn for owning. I want to write about whom I wanted to pen plays with and make it us focus now. You really like this image? I do, yes. And you aren't surprised. Under fairy lights and by lavender, I crawl into a bong and died as you slept, among other things. I can't tell which love I'll need tomorrow, today. And maybe that's okay too. Maybe I won't ask for socks next year. Maybe I will. things will soon cohere. Night talons under my eyes, hue of me is of you, so cool. I don't think I wanna die today. Too many niggas on my mind, too often they go and be men till the sun rays gone. Turn up dead in a coffin. Thank you. I'm getting testing some really, really new shit that I'm still working on. I'll continue that with some more singing and beatboxing type of shit. And although my father produced music, I wouldn't know if this song's mistake is why I cringe the thing away, or if it's the need to be yanked free, which gives hand to my mistake of snare that ain't supposed to be there in the rift. I only know the music to the refrain of day, and this sternum soprano, it's longing to run flat. The lines, we can't rewrite the riff, reminds us that the clock does its rounds no matter which poet you be. Prince, Maya, Fife, Baldwin, but hand me them poets as songs in the BPM of us, God of watch and take and all and unclear want and no healing here. I'll hand you a neck. You makeshift a rift and pluck knits, unstitch defibrillators, undo. Redo just a do me right between another and another life, and let us laugh at music while we can still laugh with music and cry and it stops and skips and plays and cringe and yanks away in this. But again, can we run that back again, please? Thank you. Thanks, y'all. New shit. That was some old shit, so some new shit now. Super new. This is called Agenda for the Second Coming. I don't know. If in each mouth a dream, then in each mouth a heaven. If in each mouth a hell, then in each mouth a dream. Only after I had written everything I stored inside me did I begin to write of absolutely nothing. And did all of whom I love eat fire for a living? Heat, feeling, gas, knowing it's all so permeable to human beings. Here's nothing in the absolute, shifting in itself, dancing through because nothing was happy. I'm trying to write about the ending of something, perhaps nothing in particular. No one can tell me how far or where I'm falling or if there comes. Yes, I choose this time if I know this rain. I'm trying to write about the ending of something and I have nothing left to write with or lean on. Maybe in the second coming, children won't bear their father's crosses. Maybe in a world with not a cage in it, the only thing made concrete is care and forgiveness and forgive me. Court wherein a mother can hold her son, can hold her mother, holding her and hers. But drawn by the child, the subject of his own portrait, is all the honor I can muster in this case. There is no map big enough for reparations. Here is a portrait of my inner child, bigger than the kid I am now. Thank you. Maybe one more? Oh, yeah? Okay. Got you. One last poem about my mother in my life and being raised by my great-grandmother, and my grandmother. Notes on the Great Migration. Family court fucks up being a child. Adopted by my grandmother, born when my mom was 16, I think I choose not which man but which boy I might become. I remember migrating, 3 and yet no parents. In 4th grade, visitation rights allowed me a mother. And she was a fly hood moms. She had edges, and them same gray sweatpants with Army written down the side of her to prove it. My mom still calls herself a bird. This how she loves herself, I think. I didn't get the chance to know her how nests no branches. I tap her and custody papers fall like bird feathers onto the floor. Here, black foster homes are broken trees. And I hatch from this system perpetuating itself, wherein most poems don't make it out. Mom came to me when I was 5 and 7, a couple times like, you know I'm your mother, right? I say yes. She must need to know I know. I think. I inherited her flinch at those that say they'll fly, yet they'll return. When mom can't find a word to peck, I tell her I wasn't able to mosaic whichever promise my father left inside as shrapnel, but I want to. And even after I'm a pile of feathered bone dancing into dust, I still may not find enough, but I dig and claw away with wings, and like a god in a nest, I unearth gray stratus clouds, which escape me like mist, or his myths. And I dig and I claw away with wings, and I bite, chew, grit through with his absence emptied like thunder into my nest, my twig like, wow! Is this a cage I've been into? Is this want to be enough for you? How my bird beak mistakes a bird cage for stubborn twigs? Was it wire that struck like lightning, like storm, and let blood somersault across my body? This whole time, is that why I was born unmade? Because I was thrown in this cage wherein not a thing in it ever rattled like a parent's love. How did my father think I was a phoenix? Are these his ashes he forgotten me, or am I burning? And is that a lock? I only know 5 answers for certain. 1, I am not my father's phoenix. 2, home is wherever we kiss to keep the warmth in and shut the smoke out. 3, neglected and abandoned are fires that can only be man-made. 4, Vaseline. A thing protects the skin from crisp because some boys' wings have to burn better, brighter than birds. 5, lightning. I don't know if it's what he left me or why he left her, but if my father's answer for why he gone ever struck, it be lightning. Thank you.